All right, we are back here in the Nerve Center, usually just riffing and joking, Warriors, Draymond. No, today's a sad day.
It is.
Today's a sad day. Today we just want to talk about and acknowledge growing up our entire lives as 49er fans, and especially during the 80s dynasty, to get the news that Dwight Clark has been diagnosed with ALS. So what we want to do here is just sort of, with all the KNBR community, first and foremost, send our heartfelt wishes to Dwight Clark and his family, his wife Kelly, and his kids as he battles. If anybody out there's ever been touched by ALS, hurt by ALS, gut punched by ALS, we know it's an awful, awful deal. How did you feel when you heard the news?
Well, kind of numb a little bit because, you know, I guess we still, and this is maybe I'm just carrying over from my childhood, which is a long time ago at this point, but I grew up watching Dwight Clark play. And I guess maybe sometimes you forget these are real people in real life circumstances, and you kind of think that these are like, they're heroes and they're immune to real life, and that's not the case. This is real. But, you know, knowing Dwight Clark, as I do, casually, but he's always been incredibly generous, warm, friendly, nice, accommodating to me, which kind of speaks to the man. And speaking of the man, you know, I was numb when I heard the news, kind of saddened, a little shocked, but then I was filled with joy when I saw all of his teammates coming out one by one, one after another, Murph. That 49er bond.
Yeah. That's really been one of the takeaways, is the statements from Joe Montana, Ronnie Lott, Eddie DeBartolo, Jerry Rice, Brent Jones, Harris Barton, Keena Turner, on and on and on. Huey Lewis is boy, that is a special group. And we've known that forever. But we get reminded at times like this when everybody rallies around. I think everybody will continue to rally around. Just two last points to it. One is that I've always felt that he was almost like a character out of a Dan Jenkins novel. A Southern boy, too good looking to be true, who makes the greatest catch in NFL history and glides through life with the happiness and joy of a superhero on the football field, and then you get this. Right? And then the other thing, too, is the very sobering part of his passage, his disclosure, where he said, I suspect that playing football had a role in this. And that's obviously very sobering for all of us, and it makes you think about the future of football in this country, too. He is the 6th NFL player in the last 10 years. If I could end it with one last thing, I would just recommend, if anybody has time, you can stream it. There's a documentary out called Gleason. It's about Steve Gleason, the New Orleans Saints star, who blocked the first punt on the first game back from the Katrina.
The statue outside the Superdome now commemorating that.
Incredibly tragically, he was diagnosed with ALS at a very young age, on the same month that his wife was pregnant, diagnosed with was said to be pregnant with their first child. It's an incredible look at what ALS is. And it's not just the heartwarming charity stuff, it's the incredibly painful and frustrating day-to-day life that they go through. So go see Gleason. Send well wishes to Dwight, and that's all we can do from here.
We love you, Dwight.
Love you, Dwight.